I'm starting to come to terms with the fact that, not everybody's going to understand you. Not everybody's going to get you. And that's okay. We weren't meant to connect with everybody. Um, that's just the way it is. Sometimes connections just, they don't flow. They feel forced. Or there's always like this friction. Even when there's good intention, there's just like this I don't know if it's push pull or it's just this like battering of the heads, like just it's clashing. It's like these two energies just clash. It's like they just can't meet eye to eye. Even though the intentions are pure, they just not meant to connect. And I'm starting to understand that, man. Cause it's just that in this earth, man, on this earth, I feel like there's so much to learn and so many people to learn from and so much wisdom to be had from everybody. And sometimes I feel like that can be a detriment to myself because I'm always trying to learn something. And, you got to realize that not everybody wants to have these kind of conversations, like these deep, especially depending on the location where you at. But oftentimes, like, things just get misunderstood. Like, it's just like, I care to talk about this kind of stuff. Even, I'm not the smartest when it comes to all these things, um, like spiritual and all these kind of things, but I know what I feel and I know what I deal with speaking from my own existence. And I'm not the most religious person, man, but I can tell you that sometimes it just feels like there's forces after you that you can't explain. It's not necessarily the people. It's just it's in the air. It's a feeling that you get. You can call it anxiety too or paranoia or whatever, but it's just this feeling that there's this energy, these spirits or these demons. It's just you feel like there's just these forces after you. And I grew up in the church. My mom kept me in the church and things like that. My grandmother, and I always believe, even though like I don't currently go, like I always keep a cloak around me of protection from things out here. Um, because it gets nasty, it gets wicked. Nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes or does things that they ain't supposed to do or they regret or they make dumb decisions and things like that. So yeah, we've all done things, but yeah, there are people that they just push the limit to where it's like, all right, that's just ridiculous, obviously. Um, but nah, man, it's been such a wild week for me, man, and just feeling like my mind was just things have been going so good for me and such a high this whole year. And it's always bound to, come down at some point. But you don't let it keep you down. And it just felt like I was on such a high that this past week, I don't know what it was or where it came from, but there was just this energy around me that this weird like sense of just like I don't know how to explain it, man, but something was just trying to discourage me and just knock me off my cloud, knock me off my wave, just knock me down and say, nah, you, I, man, and it was such a mental struggle, such a battle, such a mental war that I've never experienced before, but like I don't feel like God would have put me in a position like that if He didn't feel like I was prepared for it. Um, and it was so crazy that I was able to overcome it. But it just goes back to being, like I said, misunderstood. And sometimes you just gotta stop explaining yourself. That is the truth. not everybody, like, that's just between, like, then when it comes to things like that, maybe that's stuff that you just internalize, man, because nobody can feel what you feel. Nobody is inside your mind. Nobody is inside your heart. Like, nobody can experience your life the way you do. So when you try to explain these things and these episodes and these weird things that happen in your life, whether good or bad, like, it's, or like, say you need money, man, and you don't know where you're gonna get it from, and then all of a sudden something just happens and you end up needing the money for something that you really needed, but you didn't even know where it was gonna come from, but it came right when you needed it. That kind of deal. You can't explain some things, but they just happen, man. And yeah, it felt like I was going through it. You had so many forces after me trying to discourage me and beat me down, and yeah, it was. I can't explain it, man, but I'm grateful. I feel like everything is a lesson in life. What do you take from it? When these things happen, what is it trying to tell you? What is this episode or this chapter in your life trying to tell you? And what is it trying to reveal to you about yourself? It's basically how I feel about it. And I know that I have more capabilities than what I've shown, than what I've executed, I guess is a right way to put it. But then again, it's more than just talking about it. It's about doing it, and putting things into action. But when you're playing yourself, when you can give more effort and when you can go harder. Like, and when you feel like you're not doing that, then you know that you're not living up to your fullest potential. So it can be nerve wracking, man. And I don't want to speak too long, but yeah, man, it's been a wild week. Just saying, bro, whatever you're going through or you dealing with, man, just it ain't gonna last forever, man. And these storms pass. If you're doing well, man, I'm happy for you. We love seeing people win, man. Always love seeing people win, no matter what. Small wins, big wins, they all count. But yeah, if you're dealing with anything, man, that, like I said, just feels like there's just this cloud over you, it's gonna pass. And just be ready to shine again when that storm is over.